So now there's a story about a brother dying and his brother marrying his wife in honor of him. So she does not become a widow. And the people ask, in the next life, whose wife will she be? And Jesus replies, in the next incarnation, they will all be strangers, for they will not recognize each other. Therefore, no law says the wife belongs to one or that one. So this ties it back into marriage. So why is marriage such a significant thing to God, and why does he create these laws? So first question is, why does marriage even exist if we're not tied for eternity? That he just said that in the next incarnation they'll be strangers, and they might not even get married again. It will be someone else that they're meant to learn a karmic lesson from, or whatever. They'll be in different parts of the world, so naturally there'll be someone else. So if they're not tied to each other in the next life, then why are they tied to each other in this life? Like, if they choose to get divorced, they're punished by God. And I don't think creation created the laws of marriage. It's God that put this laws of marriage into the system that he created for himself, and the laws that he thinks humanity must abide by. And another question, what I was saying before, was why does marriage exist? If we're here to complete karmic lessons and we have multiple soul ties, then if we get married to that person, to one person, then, and the time expires that we've completed that karmic lesson with that person, then aren't we supposed to move on to that other soul tie and complete the karmic lesson? Or we're going to have to come back and reincarnate and complete the karmic lesson? And then the other question I have is that this whole system of kids coming into existence, that we come back and we're a baby, right? Is that a product of creation, that no matter what planet we go on, it's always in that cycle? Or is that a product of God, who created the system of us coming back, our memories wiped, and we coming back as a baby? So I was questioned, why is our memories wiped? And one person said that, it's because if there was a saber-toothed tiger chasing you, then you would have that trauma of that saber-toothed tiger chasing you. But I don't believe that to be the fact of, our traumas are what prevent us and why our memories are wiped. Because at the end of the day, we go through trauma in this lifetime, and we overcome it and move forward if we choose to. But actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I, to a degree, agree with our memories getting wiped if this is how the system works. This is how the cycle works, that we come back as a baby. Because think about it. A baby coming into existence, having these advanced memories of every lifetime that they've been through, then they're not an innocent child. They don't have that pure-heartedness because, say, in their previous lifetime, they did a lot of bad deeds. They would be remembering all that. So it's like a baby would no longer be cute and innocent and pure, and this blank slate that's just absorbing all this information, this new information, experience the world as new. And then people wouldn't want to have kids because it's already this advanced being that comes into existence, and you're unsure of what that person did in their past lives. Whereas when you have a baby, you know that it's just this innocent being that grows up to be the person based on their. So it's like two reasons for a baby to come into existence is for the parents to learn about nurturing, innocence, and tapping into their inner child as well. And maturity, growth, responsibility, accountability, all of these things you learn through becoming a parent. And not being selfish, having to be selfless. And then the other thing is that the baby learns, and them coming in as a blank slate is a choice of them being able to rewrite their wrongs without knowing. So making active choices to be a better person and start over like you start over in a video game, and choosing to do better based whatever environment you're in, who you're raised by, what life experiences you go through, all of these things, all of these struggles that may come up, but still making the choice to be good. So the only thing that makes me question whether this system, this cycle of mother and child and birth and all these things that we go through, whether it happens on other planets, is because what I told you, when that person had that near-death experience and they returned to their previous planet, the beings that were there asked him, "You don't remember us?" So that makes me question whether all beings' memories are wiped. Or are those beings immortal and they don't go through this cycle of reincarnation? Are those beings just saying you don't remember us because when you pass away, uh, you're supposed to remember all your memories of your past lives, everything that ever happened to you, and all your existences. And that's why he's asking, hey, how come you don't remember us? Maybe it's just because it was a near death experience, so that's why his memories didn't come back. I don't know. I don't know how that works. That's too advanced for me. So, yeah, there's a lot of questions that I raised and that I think about on my own. I wish I could think about it 24/7 so that I could actually come to the conclusions and get more access to knowledge on what the truth is. But at the end of the day, we have to live in this matrix, and we have a life, we have family, we have kids, we have partnerships, we have all of these things, jobs that we have to go to and do and still be a part of this matrix, when really our whole purpose should be finding out who our soul is. But it is really important to find out your soul's purpose, why we're here, who put us here, how do we get back to source, creational laws, all of these things, because how can you be teaching future generations, your kids, your grandchildren, others, friends, acquaintances, strangers, when you don't know who you are and why you're here and what the truth is? Or else you're just going to keep reincarnating, going through the cycle of feeling lost, not knowing, closing out karmic lessons. But if you start doing it now and really focusing on it, then maybe you won't be coming back to earth. Maybe you'll figure out how to escape. There's a guy that talks about the soul trap, and he goes into details about us being trapped in the dome, and he gives you insight on how to not come back into this reincarnation loop. But it's about taking all that information and reflecting on it and digesting it. And so I hope you go on the path of seeking the truth as well, because the more of us that do it and seek the truth and not get caught up in the matrix, like, do the things you have to do, be there for your kids, be present with yourself, be present in the moments, do self-care, like all of these things, love yourself, do all of these things, because they all tie into the bigger picture. They all tie into closing out your karmic lessons, feeling joy, feeling peace. Like, it's still about enjoying this world as well. It's like everything's about balance, because if we're just on the path of just seeking the truth and our head in the books, then we'll miss out on the beauty of that exists in this world. There is beauty that exists in this world, and the moments and the precious moments that we have with our kids, with our family members, with our loved ones, with our partners, all of these things. It's enjoying it, because that is part of what causes you to raise your frequency, because that's important too, to escape this matrix, is being on the highest frequency, and enjoying it is how you get. So be present, focus on enjoying and finding the pleasure in life, focus on creational laws, natural laws, abiding by them, and just seeking the truth at all aspects of life, seeking the truth in the movies that you watch, in the shows that you watch, in the information that you read, just looking in between the lines to what they're really trying to tell you. And then we'll get to that highest frequency. Enjoy your life.